Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing language of corporate filings to find the real story. Today, we're diving into a recent announcement from ENB Financial Corp. And let me tell you, it is all about the dividends, but what does that really mean for the company and for us? And is there something more lurking beneath the surface of this seemingly simple announcement? So, on the 21st of January of 2026, ENB Financial Corp decided to give some love to its shareholders. They announced a cash dividend, which is basically a payment made by the company to its shareholders, usually out of its profits. This particular dividend is for the first quarter of the year, and it is set at $0.18 per share. Now, this dividend isn't paid out immediately. It is scheduled to be paid on the 13th of March of 2026. But here is a key detail for stock market buffs. You need to be a shareholder on record by the 13th of February 2026 to get this payment. Think of it like an invitation list for a party. If your name isn't on the list by a certain date, you miss out on the goodies. This Form 8K filing is essentially a way for companies to report important events that happen between their bigger, more comprehensive filings. In this case, the other event is this dividend declaration. It's a pretty standard announcement, but it can tell us a bit about how the company is doing and what its management is thinking. The company also mentioned that a press release detailing this dividend announcement is attached as an exhibit. This is pretty common, as companies like to put out their own official statements to go along with these regulatory filings. It is their chance to frame the news in a way that sounds as positive as possible. Looking at the exhibits, we see that Exhibit 99 is indeed that press release we just mentioned. It also lists Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This sounds a bit technical, but it basically means the document is designed to be read by computers as well as humans, which is becoming more and more common in corporate reporting. We also get to see who signed off on this report. Douglas P. Barton, who holds the impressive title of Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, and Treasurer, is the one who signed it. This is the Principal Financial Officer, meaning he is a top executive responsible for the company's finances. When someone in this position signs off, it carries weight. It shows that the company's financial leadership is aware of and approving this information. Now, while this filing is pretty straightforward, revolving around a dividend announcement, it's essential to remember what a dividend signals. For a company like ENB Financial Corp to be able to declare regular cash dividends, it generally means it is generating enough consistent profit to share some of that wealth with its investors. This is often seen as a sign of financial stability and confidence from management. They are essentially saying, "We are confident in our ongoing profitability and our ability to meet our obligations so we can afford to reward our shareholders." Think about it this way, if a company is struggling, its priority will be to conserve cash to stay afloat, not to send money out the door to shareholders. So, a dividend declaration, especially a consistent one, is usually a good sign. It suggests that the business model is working, operations are running smoothly, and the company has a healthy cash flow. However, it is also important not to get too carried away with just the dividend news. A dividend is a distribution of profits, not a source of growth in itself. While it's great for investors to receive that income, it doesn't necessarily mean the company is rapidly expanding or innovating. For genuine long-term value, we want to see companies reinvesting some of their profits back into the business to fuel growth, research and development, or strategic acquisitions. In this specific filing, we don't have detailed financial tables showing revenue, profit margins, or balance sheets. This isn't a quarterly earnings report where we'd see all those nitty-gritty numbers. This is a current report focusing on a specific material event, the dividend. So, our analysis has to be based more on what this action implies about the company's broader financial health, rather than dissecting specific profit figures. What could be some hidden meanings or potential risks? Well, if a company consistently pays out a large portion of its earnings as dividends, it might have less capital available for reinvestment. This could slow down its growth potential over the long term. Investors always need to weigh the immediate benefit of dividend income against the company's capacity for future expansion. Also, the amount of the dividend can sometimes be influenced by management's desire to signal strength, even if underlying business performance isn't spectacular. It is a way to keep investors happy and the stock price stable. So while this dividend of $0.18 per share is a positive signal, it is just one piece of the puzzle in understanding ENB Financial Corp's overall financial picture. Looking ahead, what should we be paying attention to? We'd want to see this dividend be sustained. And ideally, if the company's performance warrants it, grow over time. We'd also be keeping an eye on their subsequent filings, like their next quarterly report, to see if the profitability that supports this dividend is continuing to hold strong or even improve. In conclusion, ENB Financial Corp's announcement of a $0.18 Per share cash dividend for the first quarter is a positive indicator of financial stability and management's confidence in the company's earnings. It is a direct reward for shareholders and a sign that operations are likely running smoothly. However, it is crucial to remember that dividends alone don't create long-term growth. Investors should always consider this alongside the company's strategy for reinvestment and overall business expansion. For now, this is a good news for shareholders looking for income. Alright, that is our quick decode of ENB Financial Corp's latest filing. What is your take on dividend announcements? Do you see them as a sign of strength or a missed opportunity for growth? Drop your thoughts in the comments below if you found this breakdown helpful. Please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.